Yo, what's up? So this is gonna be about that old racist dumb Donald Trump and his emergency for the wall. An emergency for that? Hmm. Emergencies are usually resolved for what's happening, unfortunately, in Aurora, Illinois, with the police shooting and there should be guns outlawed. Or what happened in Charlottesville, West Virginia, with the racist counter protest and the racist bullying tactics that go on in school and places or mosques, or any kind of hatred or discrimination that goes on. National emergency to build a wall when you didn't even get all the money that you sought after, that you still settled for, well, for about 3.5 to 4 billion less. And this is what is considered a national emergency. This is the kind of self entitlement, and I will say white privilege, because let's be realistic, aside from Obama, we ain't had a lot of black faces in the White House that have had the Oval Office, that you can indoctrinate, that you can use taxpayers, and that you're going to fund it from where? Where are you going to get this money? How's it just miraculously, mysteriously just going to pop up? And would he sell one of his towers? Would he call his sugar daddy Putin in and say, can you hook a brother with a loan? Yeah. Where is it going to come from? There are other things that are far more pressing, and I tell it like it is. Everybody in America who all is here illegally. African Americans were forced, dragged, beaten, savaged, sold, raped, everything you can imagine. Still haven't gotten constituted and got rights, but we just only had our rights since '64. So technically, that is barely 55 years old. That's not even old enough to file for Social Security anymore. There was a time. So when you indoctrinating um, a national emergency, do you know your history? Do you understand the depths, the legacies, the issues that are at hand? People are so force fed. People on both sides know that this turkey is off his rocker. You Republicans, this is not an emergency. There is no one invaded. El Chapo just got dealt the life sentence. And even if there was retribution or something like that, which you would need, there is something that they're not telling you, which they always don't do. There's big pictures at hand. But why would this be allowed? And what is the purpose of having a wall when people 100 years ago came to Ellis Island, New York as immigrants and came to the new land, new world to find work, to seek refuge, to help send money back home and to find themselves. And then when you got a green card, etc. So what is up with this purpose exactly? This turkey don't know. He's off his rocker. And sadly, them racist followers of his don't know any better either, because it's scary. Leave it to Beaver. Keep it white. Keep it America the way you, with the logans and the slogans. This is all part of the agenda to scare you. You know, this is what they got going on in the bigger picture. But this is not a national emergency. Catastrophe in Oklahoma City bombings was a catastrophe and needed that. 9/11, you could see events. This is not a national emergency. This turkey would just as soon build a clubhouse and play golf all day. That's what this turkey would do. And sit there and lie and or watch over half his crew catch cases and be begging for plea deals and get pardons. No sooner had they checked into the county jail. This is dire. You wonder, what is your national emergency? Yeah. This is such a bad joke, and so is Donald Trump and his racist agenda. Okay, that's my take on the so called national emergency for a racist wall. Feel free to leave comments, hit that subscribe. I'm out. Peace.